48-43. Let's take a quick look at that foul right before we went to the timeout. It was a great sequence for A&M Commerce. A couple of Uguaquasi and Agua both went for the second chance opportunities. You can call it third or fourth chance. And then finally, Agua was called for the foul. An opportunity for a free throw that comes up short. Now A&M Commerce. They've got a scoring drought. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Denver, on the other hand, hasn't made a field goal in 7 minutes. They have made 4 free throws to maintain this 5-point lead that they've currently got, as Agua, his second free throw is good. Puts the end to the scoring drought for the Lions. Still shooting 2 of their last 10 are the Lions from their field. On the other end, Denver is 0 for its last 7 from the field. Bruner, over to Branchley, guarded by Dodd. Branchley looking, he's going to pass it over to Lopez San Vicente. Lopez driving against Agua. Lopez's shot is going to be no good, and it'll be Carr the rebound, and it finally looks like Carr is going to be called for a foul there, and it's going to be on Uguaquasi, his third. Let's take another look at it, that foul there. Carr went up for it, and then just there was a hand. Uguaquasi's hand was just in the way of Carr as Carr shoots free throws. His one's no good. And A&M Commerce catching a little bit of a break, as still no field goals for Denver in the last 7:25, as James Pop Weathers is back into the game with Abraham checking out for the Lions. And both free throws there, no good by Lopez San Vicente. A&M Commerce, if they can hit a field goal here, can turn this game back into a one-possession game, trailing 48-44, 11:16 left here in the field house. Dodd going for the long alley-oop to Uguaquasi. Uguaquasi's shot is good. He goes right at Carr and gets the basket, 48-46. Now Denver once again going 8 minutes now without a field goal for Joe Wilburn's squad. As Denver gets a much-needed three-pointer there by Tommy Bruner. 51-46 now the lead, as Uguaquasi going right at Carr. They're trying to get those bigs into some foul trouble, but Uguaquasi, a freshman, comes up short against Carr. And Denver goes the other way. Bruner once again is attempting another three, and he's good. As back-to-back three-pointers, they're called by Denver, and now it looks like there was an inadvertent whistle. See what happens here. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Carr, I believe. Maybe after the basket. Okay, it's going to be called a push on Carr there. And well, let's take a closer look at here as Carr and Uguaquasi, and so it's just going to be called a push off against Uguaquasi. I believe they're going to still count the basket. And Uguaquasi will be shooting 2, so back-to-back three-pointers by Bruner, who's up to 22 points, and 4 fouls now on Carr, who's been subbed out, with Tainobo back in, and Uguaquasi shooting the one-and-one, and his first free throw is good. 54-47 with 10:28 left in this one. And Uguaquasi's second free throw, no good, and Tainobo able to come up with it. And now Pioneers. They had that long drought without a field goal, but Bruner back-to-back three-pointers, and he's driving against Phelps. And Bruner once again, and he's now 3 of 3, and he's single-handedly pushed the lead up to 47-56. 9-point game here, as A&M Commerce has not had an answer for Bruner all afternoon. Weathers, his shot blocked by Branchley, but Weathers able to get a rebound. Now Dodd shooting a 3. His 3 is short, and Ado Angara comes up with the rebound, and it'll be Bruner. And Dodd went for it, and it touched off Bruner. And a couple subs now, A&M Commerce. Williams in, and Garrett in for the Lions with Uguakasi and Dodd checking out. Williams and Weathers now both players who like to run the point at the top of the floor for A&M Commerce. Weathers with the ball. Or to Phelps, or to Brewer, back to Phelps. Weathers now. Lions all of a sudden are back down 9. They were down by just 1 earlier, as that will be a turnover against Weathers. A&M Commerce from the field. It was one of its last 10. They have made a couple free throws, have the Lions, but it was 44-43 at one point. But all of a sudden now it's back up to a 56-47 lead for the Pioneers. As that time Brewer Jr. went for the rebound, and he's going to be called over back for Tynema on the dribble. Turnover once again for the Pioneers. They're up to 11 turnovers. And let's see the carry here by Tynema after the pass by Brewer Jr. And you just see right there that carry there by Tynema, and another turnover. Up to 11 for the Pioneers. At one point it was a 10-3 advantage at halftime for Denver in that category, but all of a sudden 11 turnovers for the Pioneers, 8 in the second half. Williams going against both the bigs for Denver, and instead it's a now called timeout by Jarrett Von Rosenberg, and we'll take a time.